Before we start, right, do you want to have a guess at how much money I've spent on this board game? What do you think?
40 quid.
Right, they do cost 40 quid, right? I spent 150 quid on this game. What do you think about that?
It's an expensive,
Hobby.
expensive hobby.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would agree with that. And right, so I'm Terry. Yeah. What's your name?
Sherry and Lee.
Sherry and Lee. Okay, thank you. For fun, I thought I would post on social media because the game is about fast food, and you're in the fast food industry, and so the question is
Yes.
Yeah.
the question is, are you, would you be interested in playing this game? Yeah, but so management's really important because you got the trainee there. He can only manage two people, right? But if you use your guru or trainer to train these guys up, they can manage like more and more people, which means you can have more and more staff. You can have more chefs and the guys that go out for the drinks in a Zeppelin or whatever. The CFO, he doesn't do a lot. All he does is just take all the cash, which I think thematically probably makes a lot of sense.
Most of the managers, they are nice people. I wouldn't say they're the best at their job.
I was never trained officially.
You've hardly been trained, have you?
I came in for my first shift. We have certain people who are qualified to do training, that specifically for training us. And instead, my manager just went, right, you over there, let's call her Sarah, said, right, you go speak to Sarah, she'll show you how to do everything. So Sarah is not qualified to train me. She shows me how to do the basic things. Then she says, I'm not paid to do this. I should be getting paid extra. I was like, all right.
So, oh yeah, and then obviously the food. You got your kitchen trainee. You can train them up into a burger cook, or you can decide to go to pizza. And it's a big decision. Are you going to go burgers or are you going to go pizza, right? Then you can go up to chef level, and they produce a lot of burgers or a lot of pizzas. I don't know how many like burgers you can produce at one time.
At least 40 or 50 burgers in at least half an hour.
100.
And that's only burgers. You're not talking about other products as well.
I don't know why, but something about food, it makes people tick. If their food isn't just right, they can turn into the worst people in the planet. I don't know if it's because they're hungry, but something about it just makes them turn into something else.
Sounds like road rage. And you are a couple, and you both work in this actual same restaurant.
Yeah. He got me the job actually.
Okay. Do you remember I said there was two houses there, number 10 and number 3? Number 3, it's got a garden, right? So they're posh, which means they'll pay double money for the same food.
Okay.
You just might, one idea in the game is you can get a gourmet food critic and use him to advertise to people that have a garden.
Because of COVID, I've experienced something called I'd like to call them nurse Karens. You know what a Karen is?
I know what a Karen is, yeah.
Yeah, a nurse Karen. So I say to this woman, right, let me just sanitize your hands, please. And she turns around, she goes, I've already sanitized, sweetie. I'm in care. What do you think my uniform's for? It's like, okay.
What about board games? Have you played any board games before?
I think you know what we're going to say, but Monopoly, yeah.
Right.
And Guess Who? No, it doesn't really count.
No, Guess Who does not count. No.
Right.
He's talking about things like Dungeons and Dragons.
No, but I remember we had a club in the school once. I used to sit with them sometimes.
Right. Well, yeah, I was probably in that club. That's me. I'm that guy.
Okay, so when we have a new product coming out and they plaster it all over town and the bus stops and everything. You just get people coming in asking for that specific new thing, and all you see when you're working is 20 of those things coming down. Because everyone wants one. It's on the bus, it's on everything.
Yeah, it's just
Wow.
floods and floods and floods of that. We run out of it all the time.
You see that for real. You see that marketing. You just see the power of it, like for real in real life.
Yeah.
This game actually has a little bit of a reputation being like Monopoly. You know, it can be a bit cruel. Monopoly. The issue with Monopoly is it's not a lot of fun really because it's about eliminating all the other players.
Yeah.
Which is kind of frowned upon in modern board games. But this game has got a bit of a reputation because you can sort of go out of business and you end up having to fire all your staff, and it can be quite a miserable experience for some people. Oh yeah, it's time for your test. So what are the 3 things that customers care about?
The distance between their house and like the closest restaurant. Price, so whatever's
Very good.
cheapest,
Very
obviously.
good.
Like if the furthest restaurant has the lowest prices, they're going to go around there, even if it's further.
Yeah.
Marketing, customers get what they're told that they want. The customers at the tills can be a bit of an
Bizarre.
effort. Yeah, they can be really weird. I've had guys say that they want to marry me before.
Yeah.
There's so many people working in that restaurant that are supporting entire families on the minimum wage somehow. Just flipping burgers,
I
basically.
don't know how they do it. I couldn't.
If they have to decide between duck diner and fried geese and donkey or whatever, they'll go to the one that has a waitress, right? And the waitresses can aspire to becoming movie stars.
That's quite the leap.
Quite the leap. What do you mean?
Between waitress and movie star.
Does that seem unlikely in your experience?
Yeah.
Yes.
I bet you work with some wannabe movie stars though on
I
Facebook.
have. He didn't last very long working there though.
Oh, him.
Have you ever seen a board game like this before?
No.
No, I haven't.
Never.
I think it does look fun. Personally, I wouldn't spend that much money on it.
Remember, we work in fast food. We're on minimum wage.
Yeah.
All right, so Sherry and Lee, thank you very much for contributing to this video, and I hope do you remember the name of the game?
Fast Food Magnate.
Food Chain Magnate, right? So you gotta seek it out. All right, thanks a lot. Good night.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you to Sherry and Lee for contributing to this video, and thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, then why not check out the Historian Meets Agricola interview also on the channel. If you enjoyed this content, then please hit the subscribe button to support the channel, like the video, tweet, share, comment below, and I will see you in the next one.